Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out to tonight's matchup between the FC
Tulsa not missing a beat. And for those of you that may not have been hearing us, I think we've got that problem corrected now, and hopefully we're back on. Chisholm Ogbonna has it, trying to beat his man. Goes to cross it across the box, but unfortunately he didn't have any help. Tulsa immediately turns it back around, and they start pushing it forward again. They've been bringing a lot of pressure all game, and it has caused some problems for the FC Wichita defense. The keeper, Ben LaCourse, for the Athletics, sends it back down. Now here come the Athletics. Good centering ball, but Wichita's Jeff DeBlanc was there to make the clear. Great save by Vargas, and Tulsa cannot collect the rebound. Wow.
Mal Vargas is a gamer. He's ready today.
The guy just makes saves.
He's the difference in this match right now, but Tulsa's continually growing with their confidence. At Wichita, I mean, here, look at 13. He's wide open on the backside. Guys are starting to get a little bit nervous. They've got to sort it out and just make it through this next 15 minutes and recoup. Now, that said, Tulsa, again, is getting forward, so the opportunity for a counterattack is there. But Procopio has to come over and challenge this ball so they can't swing it.
Well, I believe that was Sosa that headed it away off of the corner kick.
The back line is just a little flat. They need to get forward here. Push out. Our mid's got to step up and pressure. That's what has to happen. When the ball goes backwards for Tulsa and they play backwards, Wichita has to step. They can't continue to sit back in the box and let Tulsa play these cheeky little balls over the top and tee up shots against Vargas. He's made a handful of good saves, and you have to have that to win matches at this level. But
well, eventually one's going to get in.
Right.
You give them enough opportunities.
When the ball goes 15 yards backwards and it goes 40, 50 yards out, can we step our line up and make sure that nobody's standing in the box? Everything from 20 yards out, he's shown us that he's got covered, but let's not stand there and let him tee up from the 18-yard line.
Well, and we can see it reflected in the stats right now, Blake. Shots on goal, 4-2 in favor of Tulsa. Tulsa with 3 corner kicks. Wichita's had 1. Sorry, folks, we're having a couple technical difficulties, and as we're trying to sort those out, we see Vargas make another great play, punches the ball clear of the box. And we are, for those of you who may not be hearing the sound, we're working on that right now to see why it's not coming across the feed.
Yeah, message us on a Twitter or Facebook or somewhere and tell us if we don't have volume. We've heard that. Vargas with another save. What a header direct off the corner, unmarked in the box at the penalty area. Vargas comes over, not just makes the save but holds it.
I'm wondering if Mr. Vargas is going to want to have a conversation with some of his teammates, though, when we take a break.
Have you seen his
halftime.
hands? If he grabs him by the neck, I promise they'll listen.
Ball's going to go out of bounds off the Tulsa defense. Matt Clare will take the throw in for FC. He'll drop it in. Blanc will grab it. Tries to push it forward, and he does. He's got Lucas Procopio. Procopio will take a shot, and it's going to go just high across over the crossbar.
Decent idea. He had a little space. It was well defended, but he thought, you know what? I'm going to chip and shape this ball, and it wasn't that bad of an idea. It was just 2 foot high. So we're going to run a – all right, we're running a test there. We had to log into the stream channel ourselves to make sure we have audio, and now we do. So those of you that messaged us and told us we didn't, big thank you to
yes, thank you, Mrs. Kippenberger.
And Mrs. Kippenberger, and I got to thank Corey Capps. He's my boy.
Yes.
You're my boy, Blue.
Thank you, Corey. It's always good seeing you, especially when he comes up to tell me that I've done something wrong.
Yes.
Tulsa pushing it forward again, and they've been dangerous.
Alex
in
Pollock
this game.
over earns a goal kick out of that.
Tulsa, and we've talked about it a little bit, they've been very dangerous so far in their attack. They've pressured it, they've stayed on it, and they have created some problems for the Wichita defense. And frankly, for those of you who have been watching the game, FC Wichita is fortunate right now to be up 1-0 going into the 36th minute. Great play by Chisholm Ogbonna. Tries to fight for it down along the near sideline. Tulsa will finally clear it. Kevin Tenike's there to watch it sail out of bounds, and he'll take the throw in. Well, scratch that. He'll toss it off. Jeff DeBlanc will take the throw in. Tenike will push back to cover his man. Sabelli sends the throw in forward, but
again, quickly Tulsa regains possession,
yes.
and here's what could change the game. Now we're stepping up, we're pressing their backs, and as long as we're able to step up and win the ball here and in the mid, and then keep it and attack forward, Tulsa is pushing a little bit high, and we can win the ball when they're coming at us with pace and the counter's on. There's the ball. There's the ball to Claire.
Great ball to Claire. Matt has an opportunity here, and he's got no help. He thought Procopio was going to be a little bit farther forward than he could, or than he was.
Yeah, great run by Matt. Great
call.
Ball out of the back from Sosa, and a run from Procopio that just a little bit flat. He didn't have the pace to stretch himself away from Tulsa, and Matt just laid a ball where, hey, the keeper's not going to get it here, but if you can get it, I'm not giving it to Tulsa, right? So here's another dangerous moment.
Foul.
Matt and Shadow on the ball again.
Yep, foul on Matt Clare. We saw a similar setup earlier in the match, basically just on the exact opposite side of the pitch. Right now, earlier, Blake, that resulted in the goal from Shadow Sabelli.
Matt likes this angle. The keeper, as he's setting it up, you can see his hand over his eyes. He's looking into the sun just a little bit. You want to test him with the right foot from here. Oh, Matt plays it wide. Tenike on the backside.
He had Tenike, and
I don't know that you don't just go ahead and shoot and try to test him. Matt and Kevin have hooked up really well from set pieces many times and throughout the season. So Matt's just trying to lay a ball to the back post between the edge of the 6 and the back post and say, hey, I think my guy can go get it over yours.
Good ball by Shadow Sabelli. Finds Matt Clare. Clare with a great pass. Now he sends it forward. Ogbonna had it right on the line. And a last-ditch foot from Frank Gibson is able to break up the play. Boy, that was close. Tenike will come down, and he'll take the, what did you call it, his patented goal kick throw-in?
His corner kick throw-in.
Corner kick throw-in.
That's where you might as well. It doesn't show a corner kick on the board, but we get that result out of it. Yeah.
We'll see how far Kevin Tenike can throw it into the box this time.
Kevin.
No pressure. Jared Cirillo just says, let's see if Kevin Tenike can put this on the box on the PA. And he throws it short to
Sabelli. Sabelli with the great move. Sends it centered.
Corner.
Oh, man, he had Is that Procopio?
Yeah, it was Procopio.
Yeah,
Procopio puts the shot on goal, deflected by Tulsa, and we earn a corner kick. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
So
they're saying Procopio just put it out for a throw. It looked like it was a deflection, but yeah, Shadow Megs a guy, just completely olays a guy at the edge of the box and serves one across. Again, Procopio with the second opportunity across the box.
Tulsa's finally able to move it downfield a bit, but not for long. And you'll see Yasu Bekele.
I
keep calling him Bekele.
Yeah,
you know why I do that, though? I'm going to tell you why.
It looks that way.
No, it's because it's Shadow's fault.
Oh, Shadow calls him that?
No, because I called him Shadow Sabel forever until I could finally drill it into my head that it's Sabelli.
So this is the Shadow effect.
Their
Shadow
names
with the
are
ball.
spelled roughly similarly. Now Shadow has it. Procopio. Shadow well covered.
Procopio maybe
Couldn't
just a
quite
little
get
bit
around
forward.
him.
He's playing where he's looking. You know, it'd be nice to see. It'd be nice to see him. I like the idea that cheeky little chip he tried to have earlier. Uh-oh, ball's over the top.
Oh, boy,
Levi Coleman
dangerous play, but Kevin Ten Eyck's there. Little bit of a dive on the part of
Levi Coleman.
Levi Coleman, the attacking Tulsa forward. Didn't fool the green jerseys.
No. And the Air Capital firm is letting him have it for that as well.
Oh, yes, they'll let him know. They've got some good chance for what they consider to be divers. Tulsa still has it right near center circle. We're now in the 41st minute. FC Wichita lead 1-0.
Mike Jackson's pulled way wide out of position again. We got 4 guys across the back, 4 yellow jerseys, and Jackson's 15 yards up and wide. Again, Pollock has to come up. We call that the pro foul. But if he doesn't make that tackle and they turn him, it's 4v2.
Yep.
So Pollock comes up and saves the day just a little bit. And again, from this range, they'll probably try to chip a ball in between the top of the box right around the PK spot and see if Coleman and some of the bigger players that are getting forward now can go get it. But if it's a shot on frame from here, you got to appreciate and bet on Vargas.
Mauricio Vargas has been outstanding so far this game, and he'll continue
easy
to
as
be.
you like.
He has made some huge saves, and he is undoubtedly the sole reason that FC Wichita continues to hold a lead as we approach the halftime mark. Shots on goal, 7-2 in favor of the Tulsa Athletics.
And he's playing keeper wars with their goalie. And go ahead and take it from here and take my shot on goal. I'll take a shot on goal.
Tulsa has control along the far sidelines in front of their own player bench. They'll send it back down to
Wichita
midfield.
playing a much higher line right now and screening a little bit. Looks a little bit better defensively for their shape.
Ball dropped off to number 15, Tyler Hugh. Hugh crosses it.
They need to push their lineup right now. They're all sitting back. The guys are tired. Tulsa's been running them.
Great pass. Sends the ball down into a dangerous position, but the header is going to go wide to the left. Vargas will take the goal kick for Wichita.
What is the most scary of all of this? It's scarier than just breaking us down. Every little drop back pass, the short ball with the long ball on the back end for Tulsa seems to have the right idea on it, and they're just dangerous. They're getting on the end of them. Vargas has been huge, but Wichita's you've got to clean it up.
Here comes Shadow. He'll send it to the center of the pitch where oh, what a pass! What a pass by Procopio. Shadow loses his footing. Unfortunate for FC Wichita because they were teed up right there to grab a second one. That was an unbelievable pass.
Oh, it was a brilliant pass. Jackson's now going to show you his pace. He's in on the wing. He's going to cut in.
Here
See
he
if
comes,
he can whip a ball
he
across.
came down fast. He's got Shadow in the box, but the pass broken up by number 4 for the Athletics, Frank Gibson.
And here, Ten Eyck says, thanks, Mal, but I think I'm going to put this one out and be safe.
Tulsa quickly throws it back in. Alex Pollock drops back down and his man to cover his man. Tulsa still has it down in the corner. Now a shot. Vargas dives, but it's still going to go wide to the right without Vargas having to put a mitt on it.
They say that I'm not sure if that was a save or a deflection. Yasu or one of the players there marking Pollock got a deflection on it. Was it Vargas, Josh, that got a piece of that?
Well, I didn't think he did. Well, the result will be a corner kick for Tulsa. They send it in. Vargas will fall on it after the
here's Matt Clare.
Header.
Vargas
sends it down. He's got Clare breaking down toward the right or toward the near sidelines, but the ball's going to go out of bounds before Matt is able to run it down. Tulsa quickly puts the ball back in play, and we are just about 45 seconds away from the halftime mark and however much extra time we will play.
you don't want to concede late. Even if 3,
No.
4, 5 more minutes, get out of this half with the 1-goal lead. Recoup. We need to talk about our formation and some responsibilities. We've been dangerous going forward on counterattacks, but there's just not enough possession right now.
No possession, and we don't have a tracked possession.
Procopio
stat.
could be in here if Claire can find him, and he's looking up. It looks like he's going to try him. Oh, what a ball into Shadow.
Ball to Sabelli.
Oh,
Shadow,
put in
what a
Yasu.
play by Shadow! And here comes Yasu. Shot, and it's high. And Sabelli is still down. He got drilled.
Shadow Sabella with the feet up, though. That was a good pass up front. Goal kick Tulsa.
Shadow got drilled.
You'd
on
like
that
to see
last
Yasu
play.
got in. What a ball in from Shadow. He takes the contact with it. Guy comes in a little bit strong, trying to challenge the ball, boots up. Shadow slots the ball through. He does take the contact. He puts Yasu in. You'd like to see Yasu do a little bit better than that. I think his eyes are huge going, holy cow, you mean I don't have to beat anybody 1v1 to create this chance? And he just misses it. And
He does the
Beckler's
trainers
being a
are
little
out
bit
to-
tough on himself right now.
Trainers are out to attend to Shadow Sabelli. And we are at 45 minutes even now. And Blake, I didn't catch if they had given us a flag or a
I didn't see
count
the
of
signal
number
for the
of minutes,
stoppage time,
so-
but we're well beyond a minute into stoppage time now.
well, you see Shadow, he's up now, making his way off the field, holding his gut, so maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. Kind of hard to tell.
Well, yeah, from here he's holding his gut, but his arm's in a lot like if your collarbone was bothering you as well.
Yeah.
So it's no, it's not the collarbone. If you can lift that thing up and breathe above your head, we can rule out the collarbone. Looks like he probably took a shot to the midsection and
plexus.
just knocked the wind out of him. Shadow surely is just going to come back to half field and be ready to come into this game as soon as he's ready to play.
All right, we'll continue
Even
playing
the
stoppage
kind of player
time
Shadow is, if he can stand up, he'll come back and sit into the midfield at least. Even if he can't get forward for a minute or so, he'll still help us defend. Here he comes back in.
So here comes Shadow. Jumps back in quickly. The Athletics again have it down in the far left corner. A good crossing ball finds number 13, I believe, for Tulsa. And now it'll be cleared by Wichita. And we see Procopio running down the Tulsa defense. But finally
Sosa.
the boys in yellow were able to clear it.
Sosa just had a player in front of him and didn't see the pressure on Shadow when he laid that ball backwards to him. It's those moments at this point in the game that you just can't have that ball going backwards, give it away, and let them turn around and counter you from already inside your defensive half.
Now we see these dangerous positions again, Blake, that we've seen earlier, and what we saw right here is what you were talking about earlier, where we're just fortunate that last touch.
That last pass, that last runner,
Yeah.
although the ball's in there, that ball wasn't served in. But the ball's been served across,
Yes, it
across
has.
the penalty spot and across the 6. The difference is typically when that's happened, either Vargas has came up with a huge save or Pollock or Ten Eyck has been in a goal side position, forcing the guy off the ball.
Well, that'll be the end of the first half. 1-0 FC Wichita lead off the Shadow Sabelli goal. I think we can say that we're fortunate right now to maintain a 1-goal lead based on the pressure that the Tulsa Athletics have had. And granted, we've had some good opportunities that we weren't able to capitalize on.
Tulsa created their chances with build-up, simple play, blindside runs. Their chances are much more creative than Wichita's. But we've had chances in on goal, 1v1 and 2v1 with their goalkeeper, and haven't put additional ones in. So you know sometimes you outshoot a team 20-1 and you lose 1-0. Wichita could every bit as easily as Tulsa could be up 3-1 right now. We could be up 3-4-0. Claire hits the crossbar in on goal. Procopio's little cheeky little flick in the box wasn't nearly as dangerous as the ball that Shadow put Yasu in. But Wichita needs to do a better job. If you're not going to have the ball that much and you set back and you're countering, at least get the shot on frame and let's try to put a point on the board.
What are the adjustments that we need to see from FC Wichita when we come back out to get the second half underway?
I think they need to figure out how to pressure a little bit higher. When the ball goes forward, when the ball goes backwards for Tulsa, again, the back line is just sitting just a little bit deep. Jackson's used to being one of the guys that commands pushing up. Pollock and Tenike are pushing him up, and he's pushing up too high. I think he needs to be a little bit more aware of Smoker and Coleman. When they get out there, they're finding space in behind him, and it's causing Pollock to have to come over to defend. So I'd like to see a little bit more of awareness from the four guys that are sitting high with our back line with Tulsa. I'd like to see us try to push them up a little bit higher and start them over and give Vargas a little bit more room to work if the ball's in behind. I think we've seen that they really don't have anybody up top that we've seen just totally outrun our backs. So I think it would be okay to push up a little bit higher and allow, hopefully, just step up and win the ball a little bit more in midfield instead of so deep in the defensive third. That's the thing, though, with the mids. When we are dropping back and Tulsa's got very good possession at the top of our 18 and they're swinging it around, I would like to see the mids come up and make a guy put his head down. Right now these guys are playing with their head up. They're taking balls on their back foot. That's when a ball comes from left to right and it's coming across your body from the left, and you're able to check your right shoulder, see that there's space, and then take a touch across your body with your right foot. They're swinging balls from one side to the other straight across our team, and you'd like to see somebody come up, close down those angles a little bit, and make a guy look down instead of up. That's what you have to do when there's more pressure. So I'd like to see not overwhelming pressure, but I'd like to see us pressure a little bit higher, closer to midfield instead of so deep in the defensive third.
Well, when we come back, we'll get the second half action underway live here from Stryker Soccer Complex, the home of FC Wichita. FC Wichita at the halftime mark holds a 1-0 lead over the Tulsa Athletics. We'll be back here in just about another 10 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back shortly. Back, everybody, to Stryker Soccer Complex. Welcome back, everybody, to Stryker Soccer Complex in Wichita, Kansas. I'm Josh Kippenberger, calling today's game with me and providing a much more intelligent and at least somewhat of an analytical analysis.
Maybe analytical.
Did I just say analytical analysis?
Yes,
I
analytical analysis.
Oh, that's terribly embarrassing.
Intelligent, I've never been accused of.
I think I might have said just more intelligent.
I do want to appreciate the stream is brought to you here by a couple guys that we have to have. Jayco Construction is a big supporter of this, and MJ.
Jayco General Contractor.
Jayco General Contractor.
Yes.
Thank you for correcting that for me because I love those guys. And I definitely don't want anybody to get mad at me. MJ Productions.
Never would.
Filming, zooming in right now as Procopio serves the ball across. And it looks like Sosa's going to collect at the top of the box.
Wow, and a good boot put on it by Sosa. Unfortunately, the keeper was right there in position to make the save, but you kind of like to see those.
Yeah, try your luck. He had time. Everybody's forward. There wasn't anybody to make a simple ball to that was putting anybody in, and he's got the range, so maybe the keeper mishandles it. Maybe he strikes it a little better than he did. He didn't quite get all of it.
Sosa has been a little quiet so far through the first half of the match. Just to kind of bring everybody up to speed as to where we are on some of the stats. Shots on goal in Tulsa, 7. Wichita has 3. Tulsa's had 4 corner kicks so far in the game. Wichita's had 1.
So at this stage, we didn't catch it at the beginning of the half, but Alex Mosley has came in for Mike Jackson at the right back. Alex Mosley in at outside back.
Talked a little bit about Jackson earlier as the game was just getting underway. Blake Jackson playing in a little bit different position, trying to get
not quite game fit yet.
Yeah, I didn't want to say trying to get fit. He's obviously fit.
He did have 1 or 2 really good runs, and he's speedy, he's big, so he definitely has his defensive presence anyway. But he was a little bit out of his element. Mosley comes in. Mosley's been saying, "Hey, I'm coming off tweaking something," and then came in a little bit late. And he doesn't feel like he's 90 minutes fit either. But to bring him in right now and have a veteran defender like Mosley to come in, and not only that, what he can do on set pieces and getting forward as an attacker, anybody can make a mistake that, oh geez, that was huge, but
right.
he's not going to make many of them. So you got to be confident that he comes in, he can give you 45, 50 minutes here and hopefully help Wichita build this lead and hold on to what they got.
Well, the one thing I'll say for the Tulsa Athletics, and this is the first time that I've had an opportunity to see them in person, they play a very close and a very physical match. They're up in their opponent's face. They're grabbing jerseys. They're putting bodies off the ball. They play a high-pressure style of game.
Yeah, agreed. They definitely, when they lose it, they're looking to win it back quickly, and then they're calm when they get it.
The Tulsa keeper will take the kick for the Athletics. He sends it down. It's headed by Tenike. Ball's going to be deflected out of bounds off the Athletics. It'll be a throw-in for Wichita just on the Tulsa side of the midfield stripe. Ball's thrown in. Tulsa will play it back to their keeper.
Shadow Sabelli pressure. And again, Mosley here immediately comes in. Mosley is not going to let that thing bounce. He's not going to make the mistake to misjudge that ball.
Legs get tangled up a little bit there for Yasu Bekele.
Jeffy overplayed that, but recovered quickly.
Well, we are coming up on the 51st minute. It's still 1-0. FC Wichita lead the Tulsa Athletics. Tulsa, we saw them do this quite a bit in the first half. They'll drop it over to Chris Taylor on the left side.
Put out for a corner from Pollock.
This will be the 5th corner kick of the match so far for the Athletics. And I didn't catch the number of the Tulsa player who will be taking the corner kick. Puts it into play. Claire and Tenike were both there. I didn't see which one of them put the head on it, but Tulsa still in possession.
Wow.
They send a centering pass. Kevin Tenike was there.
Levi Coleman was sitting very deep, and the entire back line was asking for an offsides, and they may have earned it, other than it wasn't flagged. It was definitely close. Coleman must have just barely been online. Referee was in a good position, so you gotta take his understanding for that. But Wichita, maybe mark your man as well with your hand up instead of assuming.
8th corner kick for the Tulsa the Tulsa Revolution, boy.
Six.
Idiot. The Tulsa Athletics.
6 corners.
Or I'm sorry, 6th corner kick for the Athletics. Foul on Tulsa. Alex Mosley. Or I'm sorry, foul on Tulsa. Alex Mosley will take the kick. He'll send it back over to Vargas. Vargas, he can put it just about anywhere on the pitch he wants to. He'll send it down, deep down the near sidelines where he had Procopio. Procopio couldn't quite get to it. Blaine Gonsalves. Well, unfortunately, I can't read my
all the way back.
Handwriting.
Pollock goes all the way back to Vargas, who is content to just play it forward deep and be safe here.
Tulsa will finally grab possession, but not for long. Now Procopio's got it, drops it back to Claire. Claire sends it forward, looking for a streaking Jeff DeBlanc. Jeff DeBlanc.
Jeff D made the run, and Chisholm came back to help defend. Jeff D got around him and made the run, and Chisholm rotated back. But now he's looking to switch him pretty high up. He better make sure Jeff D gets back into a good position, as Jeff D looks pretty gassed after that last run.
Claire will send it down deep.
Yasu's
the near side sideline. And he did have Yasu down there, but it was a little deep. Ball will go out of bounds. The Tulsa Athletics will put it back into play.
Well played by Pollock and Tenike.
To keep them offsides.
Pollock stepped up to support Mosley and make sure that if the guy got around Mosley, he was going to check the run. Tenike realized that Coleman had drifted a little bit behind him, looked over his shoulder, and I was watching Kevin on that. Kevin just stepped forward 3 or 4 feet to make sure the referee. There's no way you can miss this one.
Sosa puts it back into play for Wichita. The Athletics will come away with it near midfield. 53rd minute, about halfway through it now. 1-0. FC Wichita lead Tulsa. Tulsa has it along the far sidelines. They'll send it into the center. But
here comes
Shadow
Claire
Sabelli
out
was
of the
there.
back.
Matt moves forward quickly. Ball's played up by Yasu, and he's going to be.
Yasu just a little bit too much. Shadow's on him. Shadow wanted the ball there. And
oh, wow.
Little bit of a dive here from 11.
Yeah,
Yasu
a little bit
came
of a dive.
over, but we didn't need as much flair on the end of that. There's a little bit of an embellishment. Yasu was frustrated. He did come over, and it appears he's going to get cautioned, but that was nothing as dangerous. Okay, good. That was nothing as dangerous as the tackle in the first half that didn't warrant a yellow either. So, well done to the official to pull him aside and keep it the same on both and talk to the players, say, hey, that's the last time. There's no more for either of you. Yasu had Shadow open, and he had Claire just streaking out of the midfield at a full run. Yasu just needs to play the ball quicker.
Matt has to turn up the speed a little bit to stop the attack from, I believe that is Frank Gibson, or was Frank Gibson. Yes, number 4, who had some turf in front of him. You can hear the crowd next to us over here, Blake, to our right. They were not terribly happy with that last
referee
whistle.
missed that. You could see it from 80 yards away. It bounced up, hit him right in his hand.
Oh, my, what a pass shot by number 20 from Tulsa. That's Chris Taylor.
Shame on you, official. Shame on you, referee. Come on, referee. The guy knocks it, horrible first touch, ground's a little bit wet. The grass couldn't be scalped as much because of the rain, right? So it couldn't be cut quite as short. It's a little bit long. Ball misplayed. Guy full hand punches it down and ends up whipping a ball across that puts a guy in on goal. If you concede right there, shame on you. If you watch this replay after this game to check yourself, then check yourself. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Vargas takes the kick, sends it across the far sidelines to, I believe that was Blanc.
Yeah, Jeff D. Blanc, and Blanc plays a great ball forward
to Ogbonna. Man, and Ogbonna's got a man draped all over him.
Oh, wow.
And now FC Wichita will get whistled for the foul. Ogbonna, after he had his jersey grabbed and pulled several times.
They were both fighting the whole time. Tulsa left the ball in two-hand shove Chisholm Ogbonna, which it was very apparent. Of course, we're not down there. The referee went, okay, I'm getting the first one. Okay, maybe. Maybe that was the first, second, third, or fifth. I don't know. Well played by Mosley, back to Vargas.
A header back to Vargas. He's got number 11 from Tulsa. That's Santi Riveros closing in on him quickly. Mosley brings it down to the near sidelines. Oh, great
Claire's
pass.
In if the ball can get through. Mosley needed to play that ball in the air.
Well, it was a great pass from Shadow Sabelli that set Mosley back up on the run. Alex's pass up to Matt Clare, though, slightly off its mark. Man, we've had a couple of opportunities so far, Blake, where we get the setup, we start getting the flow.
Well, Wichita switched to a 4-2-3-1, and we missed it. It happened on the fly pretty quick. We weren't signaled by an official. The game wasn't stopped for long. But David Lucio came into this game, and he's playing in a holding position. I'm trying to figure out who he came in for. Let me look at the roster here.
Well, while you're doing that, ball's going to go out of bounds off of FC Wichita.
Lucas Procopio is vacated the striker position. Claire moves to forward, leaves the center mid. They switch to a 4-2-3-1 where David Lucio steps in to hold next to Leo Sosa.
And you can see Iasu and
this is where Claire's dangerous, though, when he gets forward and we say, hey, come back and put a little pressure, but let's attack first and defend second. Now you see Claire over here in this space, and if they can find him, you don't ever underestimate Matt Claire in open space.
Well, you saw Shadow tell Jeff D. Blanc, get forward, get forward. Shadow's pass, it was a little bit high, sails over Blanc's head.
Shadow's covering a ton of ground in this game.
He has. He has been sideline to sideline. 58th minute now. It's still a 1-0 lead, FC Wichita. Tulsa has been dangerous, though. They've had several opportunities. Now Tulsa's got a player down, and I had looked away, so didn't see what happened, Blake.
I don't know what happened to Tulsa's player, and I don't believe he's pulling a Wichita player over to discuss anything with him. It really was a pretty clean tackle. Jeff D came in. They went into a 50-50 challenge. Tulsa was trying to win the ball and keep it, and Jeff D came in to clear it and played it very, very physically, but was playing as if he was striking a ball, and it was a 50-50 challenge. Unfortunately, when you go into those with half your intensity and the other guy's 100%, you 90 times out of 100, you see a guy come up a little bit lame after something like that, and sometimes with a severe ankle or leg injury. Fortunately, the Tulsa player's okay.
Looks like his nose. He was holding it when he sat up, and now he's got.
Maybe there was arms flailing there, and we just couldn't see it. Surely it's not a foul against Wichita. If anything, at this point, I believe Tulsa should probably play Mal Vargas, and Wichita should have possession and go forward. Wichita kind of stopped the attack and put it out in order for Tulsa to check their player. Oh, Tulsa wants to take a set piece is what it appears. And if they get a set piece 10 seconds after, this is a little bit much. If you stay down long enough, we give you a set piece, right?
Well,
because they had no advantage. They had lost the ball. Wichita had it. Then the official brings it back over when a guy stays down. And it is. It's going to be a set piece for Tulsa. Matt Clare goes to midfield as the lone striker, stands right at half field at the center circle and makes sure that Tulsa can't push everybody forward. So you got Chisholm and Shadow on a two-man wall. Mal Vargas just sets a two-man wall, ball in.
Well, the ball's put into play. Tulsa is not able to put the head on it, but they follow up with a shot. That You know what? I mean, it's a good thought. That is not a shot that's going to challenge Mauricio Vargas.
You may get a deflection or a mishandled ball, but Vargas is too technical for that. He's got it covered. His angle is brilliant, and the official again. Shame on you, Mr. Referee. Wichita loses possession. Of course, maybe Matt didn't have to play the ball into the official, but there was a line there for him to play Sosa, and the official's just dead in his line.
Well, Sosa and Mosley.
Miscommunication. Mosley wasn't real happy about that. It was in his position, and Sosa did track way out.
Oh, good ball from Sosa. Fine shadow. Clean tackle from Tulsa will send it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for FC Wichita.
Alex Mosley stepping up to take the throw in for Wichita.
Mosley throws it in. It's a good deep throw. It's not quite on the level of a Kevin Tenike throw in, but not bad
but
nonetheless.
Was dangerous.
Now here comes Blanc, and he's going to get.
Oh, what a ball across from Claire to Yasu.
Sure was. Yasu's got it. Oh, just a kind of a sloppy touch, unfortunately, or a sloppy pass for Yasu.
Shadow and Yasu weren't on the same page. Shadow wanted the back shoulder ball in behind, or for Yasu to shoot.
So close. Mauricio Vargas will send it way down and out of bounds for FC Wichita. Throw in for Tulsa. 62nd minute.
Tulsa looks like they're making a substitution here.
And I didn't see who went out, but ball's back into play now.
Matt Rogers, number 10, comes in. It looks like Tulsa may be switching into a 4-3-3 and trying to push another forward into the match. So number 10, Rogers, steps in.
Gibson sends it forward for the Athletics. Now they play it back to their keeper, Ben LaCourse.
Tulsa does now have 3 guys forward with the 3 backs from Wichita and a couple guys trailing the play. As in the first half, looking for that little drop back pass, then the ball in over the top.
Well, they've been dangerous with pressure so far in the entire game.
Wichita's just sitting a little bit high to not have any possession. There's nobody connecting the backs to the forward. Claire's alone forward right now. It's a 4-2-3-1. Matt's doing his thing. He's saving his legs and looking to pressure their back just like you see now. Wants to force them all the way back. The team has to step and go ahead and take away some of these other options.
Well, Mosley up for the challenge. Wow. That'll be a foul on Tulsa, and I didn't catch the number. I believe that's number 10.
It was number 10, Rogers. Mosley tried to play the ball forward. It went off the top of his head, and they both misplayed it. Mosley wins the ball first.
Well,
and Matt Claire's getting into it down here at midfield. Matt's pretty candid.
Yes, he is. I didn't catch actually what just happened here. I was looking down at my notes to grab the name for number 10 from Tulsa, and I heard the West stands here erupt. It's something they disagreed with.
I didn't see what happened, but I'd like to send this message back to Tulsa. I don't know that you want to wake up Matt Claire
now we have it again, and it's going to be a yellow.
Matt Claire must have just got called for some sort of an elbow, or he was backing a player up, and he took a shove in the back, and now an immediate yellow. So Claire takes a yellow card in the 64th minute.
Well, it's the first yellow card of the game.
Again, Tulsa, 4 guys staying even with our back line, hanging everybody back, and at times looking to just play that ball over the top of us. But what we want to keep them, and here comes the goalkeeper. Looks like he may just play a ball in. The easy ball is wide to your back, that's fine. That's what we want right now, is keep everything in front of us and deny that ball in from range. And there it is.
I believe that was Alex Pollux that just made the block for FC Wichita, but Tulsa takes it down deep into the corner. Cross ball.
Mosley with the great clearance, but collected at the top of the box.
Oh, dangerous pass from Tulsa Fortunately for FC Wichita, the yellow jersey wasn't able to close in on it.
That was Corey Albertson who came into the midfield around halftime, I believe. Corey Albertson comes in, collects that, and whips the ball across the box. I'm not sure if he was shooting, but you always want to, in that stage, you want to shoot a cross goal like that and hope that that somebody can get on the end of it if you do miss. And fortunately for Wichita, they did start to push their lineup when the ball went backwards and drew number 10 Rogers offsides. Yasu now has the space.
Yasu's got it. And he has Shadow Sabelli to his left. Shadow now sends it to the center. Played forward by Sosa. Now finally cleared by Tulsa.
This is what you want. You want Coleman having to come all the way back here to collect, not just stand even with you.
Ball's played forward. It's a foot race between
Mosley again outruns Rogers.
Between Mosley and Rogers.
That's going to be a goal kick. Oh, goodness. Gives him a corner kick, and it obviously went off of number 10 Rogers. Mosley slide tackled. Rogers powers through the challenge and ends up with a corner kick.
Well, you know, there's a guy that calls a lot of games with me, Blake, that
doesn't like referees.
Does not like the
He right now misses freedom
team.
Is in Canada listening to that.
Yes.
Listening to a guy talk.
Vargas goes up, snatches it out of air. He's got a yellow
dangerous.
jersey bouncing into him.
Yasu's
now he pitches it out
by.
for Yasu. Great play by McKelly. Here he comes. He's got Claire. Oh, and the cross.
Shadow's going to collect it, and the attack is still on.
The cross was broken up by Tulsa. Shadow still has it. He sends it over to the left. Matt Claire dropped off his heel. Shot. And there's the – oh, man. Wow.
Shadow misses the putback. Brilliant play between Claire and David Lucio to put Lucio in on goal. Lucio with the brilliant shot. Shadow exactly where you want to be, Johnny, on the spot. And what a brilliant save from the Tulsa keeper to keep this thing at a one-goal match.
Wow, and you couldn't have drawn one up any better than that, Blake. And that was close.
Yeah, Tulsa's back line, they've had to cover a little bit of ground on the counterattack, so they've ran a bit. The forwards are having to come back to collect the ball, and now they're playing a little bit more direct at times. And Wichita's starting to win the ball in the midfield. Here's Lucio again. Yasu's going to challenge for that and win it.
And he gets it. Claire has it. Claire sends it back to the center. Looking for Yasu. Yasu and the keeper were the only ones out there, but the Tulsa keeper makes a good save, dives on the ball, quickly pitches it back out.
Wichita, it's great. They're starting to win the ball in the midfield and step up and pressure a little bit higher, but they need to be careful. Yasu and Claire covering a lot of ground right now. They need to get guys back and sit in and don't get so forward that we get stretched.
Well, good flurry of offensive action right there. Kevin Tenike now.
Yasu needs to get back on side here. Claire's going to take it.
Claire, great pass from Tenike. Claire will pick it up along the far sidelines. He's got Shadow down the middle. Now Claire gets yanked to the ground. No call.
Wow.
Wow, I don't even really know what to say about that.
Unless Claire lost his footing and it just looked like an arm was extended. It looked like they were tangled up. And it did look like Claire got brought down from our vantage point.
69th minute. Now Matt Claire has it again. He sends it over to the far sidelines.
Shadow has really found some space in the midfield.
Yes,
Claire's getting in behind. Yasu has decided he's going to run by guys on the wing, and Wichita looks really dangerous right now. That not won by Wichita right there, out of bounds on David Lucio, but Lucio has came in and played some exceptional minutes at this point.
He has. He's had some brilliant playmaking in the first half. Boy, what a flurry.
Yeah, unlucky to not be 2-0 right now. Wichita has to finish rebounds 3 yards away from goal. So a foul called against David Lucio out wide.
Yeah, and that was
Set
actually
piece, and Tulsa's just going to lay it back and start it over again.
Here they come. They'll bring it forward, and I couldn't tell who that was that stepped up in his way. I
just got a message from a spectator down there on the line that said the ball The ball actually rolled across the line down there on that little flurry from Wichita. That I don't know if the whole thing's across. I'm not down there with that angle, but he says, "Wow, what's going on? Do you got a replay up there in the booth?" The ball came across the line. I didn't see that. Looked like it actually looked a little bit wide. Looked like the keeper made the save, but
well, it was tough to see from where we were standing because we had a couple of players right in front of the box. Boy,
this is a
great
dangerous
play
moment.
by Procopio. Here comes Claire. Oh, he's going to get hit hard. Still has it. Shot. Goal, Matt Claire. 71st minute. Wow. What an individual effort from Matt Claire to put FC Wichita up 2-0 in the 71st minute of the game.
The 71st minute, Wichita goal scorer number 10, Matt Claire.
What an individual effort. They turned, the center backs got stretched all the way wide. They lost track of Claire. Claire's sitting in the middle of them, 50 yards away from goal. And let that be a notice right now to anybody in the NPSL that watches these games. That's Matt Claire, I believe, his 7th goal. 7 goals and like 4 assists in 7 games. If you leave Matt Claire wide open for 50 yards out, you will pay.
Well, I'll tell you something else, too. Don't think you're going to get away with it just because you see him slip up on that first touch and look like he's not going to recollect it.
No, he's got some pace.
Quick.
Yeah.
And it was all over after that. So 2-0, FC Wichita lead. 6 shots on goal so far for the home team.
You know, that's changed with the pressure. You've seen Wichita winning the ball in the midfield. We're winning it, and we're looking to attack them quicker now. They're stretch pushing guys forward, and it went from 8 shots versus 2 to suddenly 8 to our 6 with 2 of them in the back of the net.
Yep.
Great individual effort from Matt Claire.
Man, that was incredible. And to answer your question about replay, Blake, that is something we're getting close to. It's got some tricks to it, and we're going to need a little bit of help during
Don't look
game
at me.
day. No, I'm not looking at you because I know what your computer skills are.
Yes, none.
But we'll need a little help during game day once we get that system kind of smoothed out a little bit.
Mine end with automotive mechanical diagnostic computer, and it has to tell me, plug it in again, it needs oil change or whatever it might be.
Well, we all have our talents.
Yes. Well, Wichita obviously has to be. The guys got to be more confident now. They've knocked in number 2. Why not go ahead and keep sitting in? Tulsa looks a little bit gassed. Schmoker, Coleman, these guys have covered a ton of ground. Schmoker, here he is coming back to the ball and collecting it. But both of these guys are having to come all the way back in and collect it by our mids now, and that's exactly what we want. We don't want 4 guys sitting even with us looking to run off the back shoulder and over the top. We've talked about it 3 or 4 times. If Wichita can continue to force them, here's Yasu.
Ball poked away. Here
Claire's coming across.
Becca Lee, he's
ball
got Claire waiting for a little bit of help. Now he's just going to take it up the middle. Great ball to Yasu. He has 1 man. Goal, Yasu Becca Lee. 74th minute. That gives FC Wichita a 3-0 lead. Wow. You can't ask for much more. Man, that's what you like to see.
What hold-up play from Matt Claire.
No
gets
kidding.
It, gets his head up, connects a couple, connects with Yasu, wins the ball in the back. Yasu transition, finds Matt. Matt adjusts his run and gets the ball down and gives time for Yasu to get in behind. Yasu's been knocking on the door for game after game. It's a matter of time, and he's a guy that when he starts to see the net, look out, because there might be a few more that hit it in quick.
Was that his first
That's
of the
his
season?
first goal of the season, and I have no idea how it's taken that long because it seems like he's in behind over and over and over.
If you would have asked me.
Claire's taking a cameo here. Claire claps to the crowd as he subs out.
Well, Matt Claire.
Looks like maybe Austin Clifton, Wichita native.
Matt Claire has had an unbelievable match.
So Matt Claire makes way for Austin Clifton.
Austin
Wichita
Clifton.
native Austin Clifton.
Matt will take a breather for the rest of the game after an unbelievable match. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist, and it wasn't even just a normal assist.
Oh, yeah.
It was smart.
The one that he hit the bar too.
Ball.
I mean, it could be. Yeah, absolutely. The ball was every bit of anything you see world class at any level. He led him into goal. There's no way the defender can play that ball. The only thing that can happen is Yasu runs on and gets a chance.
Now,
handball.
Mosley will get called for the handball. I think he slipped just a little bit as he was going to pivot.
Let's see if Vargas here can get his wall set up how he wants. He's got Clifton, Shadow, and Sosa, so he's called for 3 men. He's setting his wall. Everybody else is marking and trying to stay as high as they can. The referee's backed him up to about 17 yards, so just a yard or so inside the 18. Wichita needs to be careful not to take a foul at this point. Don't be tugging, pulling anybody down. Get goal side, get your arm in, and let your keeper try to make a save. Which he
Great save by Vargas.
Picks out of the upper corner. Unreal from Vargas.
That guy has been on fire all season long, and he is a huge part of why FC Wichita has been able to keep Tulsa off the scoreboard. Sosa clears it off the corner kick. Now Vargas comes out, punches it away. It'll be picked up by number 8 for the Athletics. Now Burley. Vargas runs him down, open net. And a great, man, FC Wichita almost held it out.
Let me say, Vargas, for everything great about him, he did not need to come try to get that first ball. He did come back and make the next save, but he didn't need to come get the first one. Tenite gets the ball sitting on the line, and he needs to toe bang it out of there. Just bang it down the field, get it off. Tenite takes 2 touches, settles the first one, ready to toe bang it, and Tulsa crashes the net. You don't want to – there's still plenty of time in this game. Don't give Tulsa an opportunity to try to get some confidence and get back into this game.
There is. We're in the 77th minute. Tulsa, and they've been knocking on the door all game, finally are able to put one in the back of the net. 3-1 lead for Wichita.
Not necessarily a mistake. You don't want Vargas to come out and do that, but, Vargas did vacate that space, and Tulsa, of all the great opportunities they have, it was a mistake from our goalkeeper that put him in.
Now here comes Shadow.
Yasu's got around the corner.
Yasu's still on his feet. He sends it to the center. Goal!
What an individual effort from Yasu Bekele.
That guy!
Put it in the highlight reel. Austin Clifton makes a great run, a drop back pass from Bekele, but what a brilliant answer from Wichita.
Wow.
You turn around and think you're back in this game. Yasu Bekele, we just said it. He builds his confidence off that last run. The kid is dangerous, and that's what you can expect from him.
He is, and Austin Clifton, who just subbed on for Matt Clare a few minutes ago, decides
and gets
to
the
grab
sitter.
the 4th for FC Wichita.
Austin Clifton with the goal in the 78th minute, assist from Bekele, and Bekele is feeling it right now. He's looking to the bench telling Larry, hey, man, I got you 3 and 4. I'm done.
That's got to be.
So here come Claire and Bekele. both have asked for a substitute from Larry Enlow.
You know, that's got to be a terribly dejecting 60 seconds for the Tulsa Athletics. You're finally able to grab one, the first one of the game, and you don't even get to hold on to it for 1 minute. Tulsa, they'll send it. Well, they were looking to center it into the middle of the, down to a. As soon as I catch the number, I can tell you who it was. Now it's going to be cleared by Vargas, or kicked by Vargas. Tulsa still in possession near the middle of the pitch. Looking to drop it over the back line, but they're not able to. Now Alex Mosley sends it forward. He's got Iyasu. Iyasu, he's going to get flagged for offsides.
He was offsides. Good run if he holds it. Oh, my, we again and again. Yasu Bekele has came in the last 5 minutes and changed this match.
He has. Chisholm Agbana had a good heads-up play right there where he saw he had Iyasu still coming. Tulsa was able to hold him off sides Now they'll push it back forward to number 21, I
that's a
believe
goal
that
kick.
was Adam Schmoker. Well, some outstanding play, Blake, so far in this game. You know, Matt Clare, Shadow Sabelli, Iyasu,
You know,
Mauricio
Procopio's
Vargas.
at 60-70%. Anelli's out. Kramer
Yeah.
goes out for the year. But, yeah, reload because there's a nice team in Wichita, and they can compete.
Yeah.
Next up.
Clifton comes in, hasn't been on the pitch for more than, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. He hits one.
He knew when Yasu got around, he trusted him. He went ahead and made his run. Trusted that Yasu was going to get free. He just found the space. A lot like the first goal in FC Wichita history, where you saw Shadow just kind of find that space and sit in there. He didn't draw too much attention to himself. He just made himself look big to Yasu. Little diagonal drop back pass, which is always a great chance to score when you can get a backwards pass to you in the box, because all you have to do is worry about the finesse. You don't need the power. You just need the technicality to find the side net and shape it in. And he just in step knocked it in. And Austin Clifton's on with his first goal of the year.
Oh, and off the corner kick, a little bit of pinball, and Tulsa will put one in the back of the net.
Wichita is not marking nearly as good as we were early on in the match. And Tulsa, as creative as Tulsa's been, both their goals have been from the ball bouncing around in the net. And Vargas has had a great game. But here's a guy running onto a ball at the penalty spot while your keeper's standing flat-footed on the line. He can't be happy with the effort defending in front of him right now. He's having to do way too much.
And I'll tell you what, Tulsa took that corner so quickly that it actually even caught me by surprise a little bit, and I think it caught most of FC Wichita a little bit by surprise too. I'm not sure exactly what is happening right
to
here.
me, and I want to say this, I'm not sure. Bekelay's subbing out. We've had somebody warming up, and I can't see the number, but I'm pretty sure, and I love to say this name because I'm a huge Wichita soccer fan. I believe number 8, Trey Hunyak, is getting ready to come into this game. If Goran Hunyak, if you're not here and you're watching this, Trey Hunyak is longtime indoor soccer and came in early on with Wichita as a Wichita wing back in the day with Tommy Sowen and some of those guys, the 89 wings, I believe. Goran Hunyak's son, Trey Hunyak, steps into the match.
Is that right? I did.
Just signed him, just came in. He's been training, and he just got called up on the roster today.
Wasn't Hunyak was just in town?
Goran Hunyak, they live out of Kansas
so, right?
City. Kid grew up in Kansas City.
He was doing a clinic here at
Correct.
Central Christian.
And there he
is
there.
Here
Trey
he comes.
Hunyak.
He's got Chisholm Ogbonna streaking down the left.
Chisholm's
got one man to beat. He's going to
Gotta
get
be
tripped
red.
up from
It has
behind.
to be a straight red card. Has to be a straight red card. Chisholm's in on goal without that challenge. Yes,
There's
he's gone.
the red card.
Tulsa will finish the match, a man short.
In the
Has to
83rd
be a
minute.
red.
83rd minute. Tulsa, number 3.
It's hard to tell.
I think that's Casper's Kokis.
There's so many guys around the ball. Six was there as well. Gonzalez, I believe, or Gonzalez stepped over as well. Now,
Yeah,
that's a
it
dangerous
was number
tackle on
3.
Chisholm. Yeah,
Yes, it
Chisholm
is.
goes down and draws the red, but that's an Achilles, that's an ankle, that's a very dangerous tackle. He's played 84 minutes at this point. That's Chisholm. Hey, a red's a red. We need to make sure Chisholm's okay. At this point, Sonny D'Alessandro, the owner for Tulsa, has also been ejected from the game. Sonny D'Alessandro came over. He thought it was a bad call. He's screaming at the referee. So Sonny D'Alessandro has been asked to leave the match, not very excited about the call. Now, I understand, Sonny, it's been a rough game. Without a doubt, Tulsa, for 60 minutes in this match, outplayed Wichita technically in passing and didn't have – it was unlucky for them not to have better chances. Vargas has been absolutely fantastic. Sonny's had a little bit of a hard go at it, and here comes the Air Capital firm giving him a little bit of stuff. Let's check it out.
They're going to –
Zoom in down there. Can we, camera guy? Let's watch him. As Sonny D'Alessandro walks by, they're giving it to him, and what a good sport he is. Now, also, Sonny D'Alessandro played for the Wichita Wings in indoor soccer for 2 years. Sonny, Larry, Jamie, Sammy, these guys are all great fans. Sonny will have a good attitude about this. He'll take it in stride. But he wanted to send a message to his team. The coach isn't yelling. Sonny got up, yelled, did his thing. Whatever it was, it obviously didn't tickle the fancy of the official, who, it's a straight red. He's the last guy in. Wichita's been killing him on the outside backs. It is what it is. Sonny comes over, and you know what? I'm not going to have any of that. Have a nice day. Sonny, if you watch this on the replay, I love you, man. You're a great owner, great coach. I appreciate you trying to fire up your team. But, hey, we got to give you hell for that, and you got to go to the parking lot, buddy.
Well, and we did, and we know that the official supporters group of FC Wichita, Air Capital Firm, will never miss an opportunity to give somebody a little bit of hell.
Let me get an owner yelling at an official.
Yeah. And one that has to walk right in front of our stands.
Oh, you have to exit in front of him.
On his way to the car.
So Tulsa's going to be a man light for the remainder of this match. Let's hope it doesn't get too physical, and let's get out of here with guys still healthy.
So, 86th minute now. FC Wichita holds a 4-2 lead over the Tulsa Athletics. We've seen one yellow so far in the match, and that was awarded to Matt Clare early on. Clare responded with a brilliant individual effort goal and then finished up his time on the pitch.
Trey Hunyak with a little
assist.
hold-up play. You know what? This is what I expect. If your last name's Hunyak, you better be able to play with your back to goal, set the ball down, be technical, and help us build. And he's came in at Stryker. He's been a physical presence. He's not a small kid, and he's doing exactly what he's asked to do at this point.
Well, at the rate that the pace is going right now, Blake, we're going to have about 10 minutes of stoppage time.
Well, you said we had one yellow. Then, of course, we got the straight red. Then we got an ejection from a bench ejection from a member of their staff. Yep. So we've got that. Now we've seen Shadow down. Matt Clare was down for an extended time. After the red card, it took quite a bit of time. Chisholm was down. We've had a handful of substitutions that have slowed the match just a little bit with Yasu and Claire and some of these guys departing.
The ejected player for the Tulsa Athletics, by the way, was Casper Kokas. He and you know what? We saw Kokas a lot during the match, especially when during the first half. You know, and he wasn't a guy that was afraid to mix it up. He was a very physical player. Good back heel from Hunyak. Finds Shadow Sabelli. Sabelli's going to get taken down, and it's going to be a yellow now. A yellow now is awarded to Blaine Gonzalez.
Number 6, Blaine Gonzalez for that harsh foul.
Gonzalez trips up Shadow Sabelli, picks up a yellow. 88th minute. Alex Mosley will restart it when we get back underway. Well, Wichita, Blake, we talked about the deficit in shots on goal earlier in the game. They have almost completely eliminated that deficit now, trailing Tulsa now by just one. Shadow is able to clear the ball out of bounds as Tulsa was pushing it forward, and Wichita's defense was a little out of position. Ball thrown back in quickly. Great header, unfortunately.
Oh, there's nothing there.
Oh, wow.
Pollock steps in. He does give a little bit of a nudge. Rogers, I got to give credit where credit's due. Rogers has came in and been a little bit pesky, a little bit feisty. He's drawn a couple fouls right there. Okay, the one was out on him in the corner. I don't know if that's a foul, but he earns the corner kick off Mosley that was out on him. He just assumes, and he's I mean, at this point, I know it's late. There's still some stoppage time left, but if they put one in, then well,
if they put
hold
one
on
in,
to the game.
Yeah. If Tulsa is able to score, and that was not a bad strike, just a little bit to the
ball
left.
Started in and shaped away. He was looking near post in the upper corner. Vargas did have it covered, but if that thing's a foot or so in, he's going to have to make a pretty nice save on that. We hope.
Yes. and we know he can make a nice
Yeah,
save.
and Mal we trust.
He's made Mal we trust. Man, I like that. That ought to be on a
shirt,
on a poster.
There
or
you go.
shirt.
In Mal we trust.
Just make sure to clarify which Mal we're talking about. There goes Shadow, sticks the foot up. That one's going to go out of bounds off of Tulsa. Alex Mosley will throw it in. It was Alex Pollock that was looking to clear it and bounced it off of the
A lot
Tulsa
of fighting
player.
up top with Hunyak and number 6 with
Hunyak
Tulsa.
and Gonzalez.
Hunyak's coming in, playing back to goal, and he's trying to make the most out of his minutes.
There goes Mosley.
Oh,
wow,
he gets
and-
taken down.
Yeah, Hunyak gets taken right to the turf.
You saw Trey reach around behind him, grab a little bit of the kit. He's pushing back. He's picking a little bit of a fight with the center back, right? He's playing with his back to goal. That's what you want from a target. He stepped in. They're looking to play up high through him, asking him to hold up the play, lay it down, and pull away. He's done that, and that's what happens when you do it successfully enough. A guy says enough, and he cleans him. We'll take the set piece, and at this point, they're maybe looking to get the ball deep and kill a little bit of time. That's what Shadow's trying to do. He's as much time as he can. Hey, back up, and Shadow takes the early ball, plays it in behind Chisholm.
Ogbonna has
Takes
it
it to
down
the
in the
corner.
right corner.
Oh,
He's got two
fouled
guys
again.
on, and they're just going to shove him to the turf.
No foul. They're going to call the out of bounds on Tulsa. Wichita with the throw. Into stoppage time now.
We are in the 92nd minute now of the match. FC Wichita still leads 4-2. I didn't catch the signal on stoppage time if they even
I didn't
gave
either.
one.
We're in the 92nd, so we're 91 minutes and 20 seconds at this point, and the clock continues to run.
Good feed, Mosley. Pass a little behind him, a strike. Long, a deep strike, and if we'd have had someone following it, could have been an opportunity. Deep strike by Sosa. Wichita had started pulling back. It looked to be a relatively easy save for the Tulsa keeper. Bobbled it a little bit, but scooped it back up. Now Shadow
Yeah,
goes
Tulsa,
into the challenge.
the goalkeeper had the opportunity. He doesn't have to collect that. There's so much space in behind. If he can keep it within a foot, knock it down, keep it in front of you. And he, maybe if there's pressure on him, he's looking to hold that. But at this point, he's going, okay, I just need to keep it in front of me.
Well, maybe it didn't bounce as far in front of him as I thought it did. Alex Pollock makes another
defending, puts it out for
good
a corner.
tackle. Corner kick. It'll be the ninth corner kick. The ninth corner kick for Tulsa, and we've had one corner kick for FC Wichita.
Wichita's taken quite a few throw-ins. That
Throw-ins
appeared
from
to
the
be
corner
that.
kick position.
They've had set pieces all over out there, but maybe we can go back and watch this and find a moment where we're wrong. But I don't recall more than one.
Well, no,
corner
I
kick.
don't either. It's just I don't know. It's a surprising stat to me.
Right, 10 shots on goal. A lot of those have been on goal, and Mal's had to put them out. Three or four of them Mal had to put out for a corner kick, and Pollock has made 2 or 3 stops where he put him out for corner kicks as well. So
Chisholm Ogbonna will go take a breather for the few minutes of extra time that we have here remaining.
So we're 3 minutes in now. We're working on the 94th minute. It just rolled over 93 minutes of play.
Ball's put back in. And Blake, I'm trying to
I believe
see,
it's
is it
21 Muhammad Hamed. And Muhammad has been waiting to get cleared from Egypt for weeks now. So Muhammad is now in. He's stepping in his first time in a match with us this year. Brilliant player. Larry loves him in training. Been a little bit unlucky. He hadn't had the opportunity to get into a match because of his international clearance form. We call it a ITC form.
So tell us a little bit about the history of Muhammad. You said he's from Egypt.
I would be lying to you if I told you I knew too much. I like to be the I know everything guy. I don't know as much about Muhammad as I do about a lot of the other players. Muhammad's been very, very quiet and businesslike. He's handled his business. He's came in, trained every day. The guys love him, and he's here to play and work hard. I can tell you that most of these guys, they show up, they train, and that they eat, sleep, and drink soccer. That's it.
Well, you can see it's another foul called on FC Wichita, but
Here comes
They
Austin
quickly
Clifton
grab
getting
it.
around
He's
Lucio.
got Clifton down on the right-hand side.
Clifton may just take it to the corner and finish this thing out. Yep, he's just looking to hold it here, out for a corner. Now, Wichita, 10 shots on goal. Tulsa, 10 shots on goal. Tulsa with 9 corner kicks, and Wichita just earned their 2nd corner kick.
And it looks like that's going to be.
They're going to take the short corner again and just say, hey, let's keep it. Let's keep it here. Oh, what a ball there from Clifton. Lucio maybe try to whip one across.
Alex Mosley,
no.
boy, he almost
that's
got
a dangerous
creamed.
challenge.
Yeah, it is.
What
Look.
intent there. That's rough. Boots up, little bit of contact. That's going to be it.
And full time, FC Wichita comes
5
away.
minutes and 11 seconds into stoppage time.
FC Wichita comes away with a 4-2 victory at home over the Tulsa Athletics. Wow, what a change after the half.
What did
FC
we start doing?
Wichita.
Now, I didn't text Larry and say, hey, I'd like to do that. Larry read the same thing, but he came out and said, guys, we're not winning a ball in the midfield. Don't sit back and screen. Screen their striker's foot, but let's not screen their mids. Pressure their mids. Our midfielders started to step up, force them back. Our striker put additional pressure on. We turned them over at midfield, and it was a track meet after that.
Well, I tell you what, and it wasn't one they were going to win against the likes of Matt Clare and Iyasu Bekele. Just,
you said it right.
I know.
Bekele.
I know.
Yasu Bekele was a different class in the second half.
Chisholm,
Matt Clare,
Akbana,
Chisholm.
Alex Clifton.
Shadow must have covered. He's covered Xavi Hernandez type
Yeah.
numbers from Barcelona. He must have ran 10 miles tonight.
Well, he went a long way, and he went a long way at a high rate of speed for quite a few of those runs. Well, great game, beautiful weather. You know, you can't
Ball
ask.
boys run on the field. The ball boys are looking to high five. The perks of being a ball boy, right?
Yeah.
Run on the pitch after the game and start high fiving your team.
Well, another great evening of outdoor soccer in the inaugural season for FC Wichita and the NPSL here.
Hey, can I say one thing real quick?
Of course you can
Number
say
10
something.
down there, his name happens to be Shoemaker, Casey Shoemaker, right? And the orange runs out on there. Etuk. If you're watching this, I love you, man. But Casey still calls Shadow and he does it just to mess with him. So if hopefully Shadow doesn't watch. Shadow says, I think he thinks my name is It just sounds just like that, but no, he does it. He does it just to put it on him. But we miss you, man. And again, doors open. Get your rear end back out here. We'd love to have you.
Well, we sure would. Again, 4-2 FC Wichita take home the victory, moving us to what on the season?
That's 5-2, my
5-2.
friend. Get this. We don't know what's going on with Corinthians right now, but they're playing this evening. They actually, I believe they played last night, so we need to check the results there. And then they also play tomorrow. They have 2 games. Corinthians comes in here Friday night, and if they drop a game this weekend, then FC Wichita beats Corinthians on Friday. And look out, FC Wichita's tied in first place for the group. So hang tight real quick, folks. We're going to check. We're trying to check this out, and we are not on the right Wi-Fi signal. So we're going to check the standings. We're going to post it on our social media and hopefully root against Corinthians. What we're looking for is them to drop a game. They haven't lost yet. We need them to drop a game and come in here with 1 loss, and we can own the tiebreaker and be tied for first place late in the year.
Pretty incredible. Inaugural season, tied for first place. You can see the team.
Well, we're not there yet,
gel.
but we've put ourselves in a position where it's right now Joplin, the Joplin demise, San Antonio, which is Corinthians, and FC Wichita have separated themselves from the pack, and we have 2 games against Corinthians and 1 at Joplin. So, you know what? They have games in hand over us, but we do get them.
It's going to be exciting. Tell us,
All right.
when's the next game, Blake?
Next game is Friday night right here, 7:30. We got San Antonio. The Corinthians will be here Friday, and Sunday on, I believe it's Father's Day, isn't it? Father's Day.
is.
What's the deal, Jared Cirillo? Can you say? 4 chips, 4 hot dogs, 4 drinks, 4 tickets, $40. $40 for all that.
You can't
Are
beat
you
it.
serious?
Well,
$40
Listen, that means basically you're paying an extra buck.
for your drink,
And
your
you're
hot
getting
dog,
a
and your
complete
chip?
meal thrown in.
Wow. That's pretty significant. If you can't make it out here and help this team push their way into the top of this table for $40 with dinner paid for, God bless you.
You can't go to Papa John's for $40 and feed the brood of kids that I have. Buddy.
Well, yeah, you can't feed your kids anywhere for $40, but you can here. You can here on Friday.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. If you can get all your kids here in the Kippenberg wagon, then I'll buy them all dinner.
Well, I hate to. Well, I think I still owe you from a dinner. From when my children ran up a tab on a game a few months ago.
Oh yeah, that was just $150.
Well, it wasn't the whole $150. I don't think.
Well, it was just $5 a kid. It's not that hard to get there when you think about it.
Well, I think only 2 of them had wormed their way down. Anyway, thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We've had a great time. Get down here Friday night, 7:30. FC Wichita's back home. Go check them out on the web, fcwichita.com. They've got that 4 tickets, 4 drinks, 4 hot dogs, 4 chips, $4. Get out here and check it out. Great game, lot of fun, great crowd, great fans, and a great product on the field. Well, from Stryker Soccer Complex,
get out to Pacific Coast Pizza. If you're at home watching this and you couldn't make it to the game, make it to the after party. Go out, support these guys. All of our guys go over there, our coaching staff.